In this video, I'm going to talk about meditation and its importance. What is meditation? Meditation is a technique for exercising and nurturing self-awareness to what's going on inside our psyche. There is a bunch of techniques and types, but all of them are actually focusing exercises of mindful awareness and looking and watching at our sensations, thoughts, emotions that we experience. And it's different from a normal state of consciousness of being awake, where we are constantly being pulled away by, our mind is being pulled away by thoughts and emotions, and we're not aware of them. How to practice meditation? The best way to understand what meditation is simply to experience it. So see instructions about it in the other video about meditation. You can try it now and then come back to this video. Meditation allows the development of self-awareness. Our psyche includes experiences of physical sensations such as pain or itching, emotions such as joy, peace, anger, and sadness, thoughts such as, oh, I should buy bread for this evening, memories such as a memory of what mother told me yesterday evening, imaginations. For example, when I imagine how it would be like to sit on a beach in a vacation, impulses, such as the impulse to eat something sweet now, desires or wishes, such as the desire to clean the house, and more. These mental objects float around in our consciousness incessantly. Most of the time, in normal state of awareness or normal state of consciousness, we are not aware that they are merely mental objects, because we identify with every random thought and emotion that appears in our head. That means that our attention is fully connected and points to them, and we believe all the thoughts that appear in our head as true, and we get carried away after every emotion and impulse that arises in us. And so the thoughts, emotions, and patterns of behavior control us. During meditation, we manage sometimes to experience ourselves as a witness, meaning as a consciousness that observes all these mental phenomena from the side without identifying with any of them. This is very important because for the first time in our lives, we begin to be aware of all these processes that happen within our psyche. This very awareness is the first step for developing our ability for not being slaves to our thoughts on automatic emotions that arise in us, but being able to experience them, but simultaneously also being aware that they are merely thoughts and emotions, and we do not have to be carried away after them automatically. How does all of this benefit us? The very sitting, relaxing, and pointing our awareness from the automatic stream of thoughts and incessant thoughts in our daily lives to inner reflection to the contents of our psyche, this in itself is important as taking a break from the crazy rat race of modern life. This allows us to pay attention to what happens inside of us, how we feel physically and mentally and emotionally, what bothers us, and especially so that we can remember who we are. Sometimes it is enough to have a few such minutes of rest and inner reflection in order to prevent a bad mood from continuing to destroy our whole daily experience, because we are able to remember that we actually want to spend the time in a pleasant and fruitful manner. The exercising of meditation is a kind of a lab. We are the explorers, or the researchers, the investigators, and the contents of our psyche are the subject of the investigation. We take the time in our busy schedule and we go into the lab. All our attention is directed to the exercise and to the reflection. This lab allows us to pay attention to what happens inside of us, and this stop makes it easier for us to strengthen the muscle of awareness, of self-awareness, which is more difficult to do in real time during our daily lives. But the real goal is not just to meditate in the lab, but to live in a state of meditation, in a continuous state of meditation. Not only when we stop to meditate officially, but in any moment, in each and every moment, to be aware of what's happening inside of us, and not to give our automatic patterns of behavior and thoughts and emotions to run us and to control us and to get carried away by them. It's not easy at all, but like any other skill, the more you practice it, and the more we make it our intention to live from this state of awareness, the simpler it becomes. And it becomes possible to be aware of what's going on inside of us in more and more moments throughout the day. Medical benefit. Meditation has been and is being investigated scientifically from the psychological and medical and physical aspects, and there are findings that may show that in fact meditating regularly, especially mindfulness-based stress reduction techniques, could alleviate or reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and even improve physical health.